President Trump called it proof of the need to build a wall. Senator Ted Cruz said it was a stark reminder of insecurity along the border. To everyone, it seemed like a horrendous example of the dangers that Border Patrol officers face as they cover vast, remote, and unforgiving territories. But a month after a middle-of-the-night incident in which one Border Patrol agent was killed and another, who is said to have no memory of what happened, was severely injured, no one seems to know how the men came into harm's way off an interstate in West Texas. It was initially thought to be an attack, perhaps by migrants or drug smugglers. But the Federal Bureau of Investigation says it also was possible the men were hurt accidentally. The Culberson County Sheriff, Oscar Carrillo, who is helping with the investigation, seemed to favor that theory when he told the Dallas Morning News that the men could have been hit by a truck driving along the interstate next to where they were found. If this was an assault, believe me, as sheriff, I'd be the first one out there emphasizing safety in our community and with our deputies, pairing them up, he told the newspaper. But from what I know and see, that was not the case here. That hypothesis has angered the Border Agents Union, the National Border Patrol Council, whose leadership fiercely insists that the men were attacked. Chris Cabrera, a spokesman for the organization, went as far as to call Sheriff Carrillo a dingbat on his weekly podcast. All these other theories, it's tarnishing the name of our agents, he said in an interview. The immediate, politicized reactions from President Trump, Senator Cruz, and other elected officials have died down, as weeks have passed without any more clarity as to what happened. It was just after 11 p.m. on November 18, when, according to the FBI, the two agents at the heart of the mystery responded to unspecified activity near a culvert, or drainage tunnel, that carries water underneath Interstate 10 near Van Horn. One of the agents, Stephen Garland, then called for help. When colleagues arrived, they found both men with major head injuries and broken bones, and took them to a local hospital. The men were flown to a larger hospital in El Paso, where the other agent, Rogelio Martinez, died early the next morning. Immediately afterward, the FBI said that it would spearhead an inquiry into the incident, which they were treating as a potential assault against a federal officer, according to Jeanette Harper, a spokeswoman for the agency. Assaults against Customs and Border Protection officers, including Border Patrol agents, reached 720 in the 2017 fiscal year, the most in at least 5 years, according to data from the agency. Ms. Harper said the FBI had collected forensic evidence that was being analyzed at its laboratory in Quantico, Virginia, and was also aggressively following up on leads that came into the agency's tip line. One of those led to a search warrant being issued for a car belonging to two brothers. But later, Ms.